card meeting? Is there can I participate of the both group?
Yeah, I think it's recommended.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can join Shikars because we switch every 2 weeks. Now this week and next week I am the one hosting, and then next week Shikar will be the host.
Okay. Now I am understanding how does it happen, because I'm coming back.
Yeah. Because before I tried to ask Shikar, maybe we can just have once a month meeting, and then he told me maybe we can interchange if you are really busy or tired, so I can help you out. So that's why we arranged this one every 2 weeks. We switch our hosting.
Okay, and about your meeting, when I received the link, the time zone was for yesterday, Friday 24. Yes, I will take a picture and send for you. I don't know why, but I noticed that it was wrong because you posted yesterday. In the time that you posted yesterday was after the time today. Then I saw that it was wrong.
I think that that web page only works with hours and not with days. So, the day that you open the link, that's the day that it shows. But if you click it, in another day, it will show you another day. So it's not very precise, right?
Yeah, I think so. Hello, Mai.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
Yeah, I was sick. But now I am okay.
Welcome back,
thank
Mai.
God that you're okay.
Long time no see, Mai.
Yes, I had such a flu, I couldn't even speak.
But it was traditional flu or this modern one?
No. I already had that at the beginning of the year. Thomas, I had it in January, but now it was a flu.
Just a flu.
Yeah.
Because it's getting cool nowadays, right?
Well, not really, but the kids started going to school, and as soon as they go to school, they get the flu. That's something that happens all the time. They go to school.
Yes, glad you back, Mai. Okay.
Thank you so much.
How about Eman? Welcome back. How are you?
Hi everyone. I am fine. I do not watch video, but I read article. 2 articles. I read 2 articles, but I do not watch videos.
That's okay. That's another resources you can gain from our topic for today. You can watch the video, or otherwise you can read the articles. So how about you, everyone? Did you read it or did you watch the video?
Yes, I do, Maria Angelica.
I watched the video and I read the articles.
Oh, perfect. That's perfect.
Well, I am the worst student because I didn't do any of them.
Wow, this is very spontaneous for you. Anyway, maybe you can make it, Mai. So we can start now. What do you think?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so what do you think about foreign language anxiety? That is our topic today. Foreign language anxiety, especially if this language is not your second language. So we included foreign language anxiety, foreign language for you.
Well, in fact, it happens all the time, and I am feeling it right now because I'm gonna take a driving test in the US, and I want to take it in English. So I am studying the.
You have to. You might experience this one, foreign language anxiety, test anxiety, because you are
Yes.
going to take it in English, right? So you have to
Yes,
practice.
and I am learning, I'm studying the booklet, and it's so difficult. So many rules, but you have to overcome that. And whenever you have an interview with for a job, I imagine that you feel that, right? I imagine when you have an interview for a job, or when you are taking a test to be allowed to be registered in a university, you have to take a test like the TOEFL or another Michigan or any other type of test. And maybe you feel also that anxiety.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Okay. How about Tom? How about you? What do you think?
I think that the most important for us is to create the proper mindset, because sometimes we are afraid of this and we don't know why. But if we are aware that it is the natural mechanism, because our mind, our brain is behaving like that, that we are afraid most of social reactions, that we could be rejected, and this rejection is the most dangerous thing for our brain, and it is even more dangerous than physical injuries. And it was discovered that by scientists that physical injuries like broken leg is forgotten very easily, and it is not influencing, affecting your mind. But when you are rejected by someone, you are mostly probable to remember that even for years even. And that's why our brain is so fragile, and it is avoiding these rejections. So that's why most of the training made by coaches are focused on establishing the mindset that it is for us to get us more I forgot this word, even in my more assertive even in my native language. And creating this assertiveness is I think the foundation. You have to have the mindset that it is okay for you to try to make errors, because without that you cannot go forward. And if you create this mindset that only by trying, by executing several exchanges, several conversations, you can improve. And it is not a big deal. Nothing wrong is happening to you, even if you are getting mistaken, even if you are not understood at the beginning. Even though when you are sure, when you are confident that you are on the right path, you are getting forward, you are making progress. So I think this mindset is the most important thing, to create that courage and that braveness in your mind. That's it. Thanks.
Yes, thank you so much, Tom. You really read articles and watch the video. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. How about Maria Angelica?
For me, we need to be in contact with the language every day, and it will help us to be more confident and to learn more, and read, watching some video, writing something. And I think that all of these skills we need to improve, and every day we need to be in contact with the language every day. This is now my goal here in my journey in English. Every day I will study a little, and to be more confident. Don't be anxious in front of the people that you don't know, and pay attention in the how the people talk about the accents. Then this is the way. There isn't a miracle, and the secret is study and to be near the language. This is the way that I think.
Perfect. Just keep going, Maria Angelica, all right? How about Aman?
Foreign language anxiety means when any person talk different native speakers, then she's very uh, uncomfortable, and she always chanting in on mind. I'm not a native speaker, that's why I do not sufficient talk with another persons, and and uh, and and sometimes persons have a panic attack because he is not very confident. So so this is very uh, very big problems when any person's learning another language. And so if any person's overcome in those problems, then he he actually uh, he 2 3 works them, because he know everything, but he do not understand what's going on, because when he look in his or her language, like my language, my native language, I do not confident in my language in one day. When child is born, then this process is starting, and until, like in my case, when I born when in those times I do not speak and understand in my own language, but in those long time period, I every day understand, listen. That's why I speak in my own language. Same process when we focus another foreign language. So this is not short-term process, this is long-term process, because uh, we do not speak any language, we learn another culture. So this is not a short-term process. So firstly, uh, we we set our mindset. If in front of me any another person speak fluently in any language, so do not disturb, because he expend lots of time in speaking his skills. So and also my this is my beginning process. So so always cool, and do not frustrated, and if I do not understand any words, so ask any persons, and in those times we have lots of applications available. If first time we go to another country, we use our cell phone applications. He translate another language. So if I difficult in this situation, so I first time I use those applications, and practice, try. So and always confident. If I do not know, then confident necessary, because this is a long term process, and we do not speak any language in only 30 days, because this is a culture. So this is long term process. This is my opinion.
Yes, thank you for sharing, Aman. All right, thank you very much. How about Fabio?
Yeah. I was thinking in two problems, mainly with you learn a language that I suffer personally from. Even the first thing is, um, maybe now that I'm working, I don't have much time. I realized that, I hear, I listen to English content and so on, or people talking in English. And then I said, okay, that word is common, or that words, I can say that easily. And then I realized that I know more words that I actually say, because, you recognize all those words, but you never say them, right? And never, those words never cross your mind. So actually, it's like there is an imbalance there. And my point is, like, you have to balance your input and output, right? Of course, most of it, and it is easy to have input. So, but you have also to have output. Otherwise, you cannot come up with a word in a conversation or an English exam. So that's very important to write something, to speak something, right? Whatever. So you can just accentuate that knowledge of English vocabulary. And other thing that I was thinking that is mentioned in the video, and is very important, is to not ignore any opportunity to speak the language, right? Sometimes I find myself like I'm not in the mood to speak, or those people are not very friendly with me, right? But yeah, it's very important to speak, to try to endure that, just, to speak anything rather than nothing, right? Because sometimes I also think, okay, I speak in my head and that's it. No, that's not it. And you have to take time. It's not like you're gonna say one thing for 1 minute. It's not the same as, take your time and practice like 15 minutes or so on. So it's very important to uh, do it, at least if it is the basic vocabulary sometimes, and topics that are, mm, not new for, or yeah, not new for you, or that are very traditional, even though you have to do it, right? As the video says. Right?
Yes. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, so have you ever experienced that you are in a small conversation and then you want to express your thoughts, your ideas, but you don't have enough confidence and you feel bad because you cannot express your feelings? Have you experienced that situation? Like, for example, you're in a English forums, you're having a debate, and then you cannot express your ideas, so you feel really bad. Have you experienced, Mai?
Well, let's see. Maybe, yes. I think it happens to all of us at a certain point in our learning process. Sometime maybe when we are starting to practice English or to speak the language, you may be in one of those situations. But as Thomas said, it's a problem of the mindset. You have to be prepared and be willing to participate and forget about making mistakes. If you make mistakes, that's a natural process also. And by doing that, by trying to participate, and then you overcome all those fears. But I think that it happens to all of us when we are in that learning process.
Yes, even though, yes, even though your own native language, right?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yes, even in our native language, let alone in a foreign language.
Yeah, especially if you're having a meeting and then you're having a debate and then you cannot express your thoughts, so you feel like, oh, you're really.
It's a mindset, as Thomas said. You have to be prepared.
That's true. Okay.
For me, I think sometimes it is even better to express myself in English because as a learner, I am somehow excused. I am not a perfect in this language, so I can make errors. I can make some under sayings, and I cannot joke, for example, like in my native English, because I cannot, I am not very experienced in joking. So maybe if I am, for example, saying something in a witty manner, I could be excused, because if I am too rude, or maybe I am too harsh to somebody, I can always say that it wasn't my intention to not be respectful, but I am a learner, so that's not my fault. And in my native English, it couldn't be so easily excused, because I am supposed to be perfect in my language, native language, and I am supposed not to make any errors. But in English, it's okay. I can always excuse myself. It wasn't maybe said in a proper way, but excuse me, I am a learner, so
that's a tricky one. That's
yeah.
a tricky one.
You can make excuses, right? Because that is not your native language. Yes. So at least you embrace your mistakes and learn from it, and then keep moving forward. By the way, welcome back, Vidal and Omama. How are you doing?
Yes. I'm great. I'm doing great. What about you?
Fine, fine. Welcome back again. So we can see you, Omama. Can you open your cam?
Vidal, you are looking like a ghost.
Yes, maybe because of your background.
How are you?
Fine, Vidal. How are you too? Long time no see, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know what is happening with this camera. I'm trying to fix
I
it
think
up.
you should turn off your background.
Yeah, it's better, I guess.
Okay, going to fix it up. Thank you. Go ahead.
Vidal got lost for a long time.
Yeah, I've been kind of out of control with my schedules, with my job, but trying to get updated with you, all of you guys. Thank you. I see you've been very active in the group, in the meetings, and that's very good. Great job, everyone. Very nice to be back again.
I sent you a message, Vidal.
Yeah,
when
I
you
saw.
asked the information.
Thank you.
Yes, glad you can make it today.
Thank you.
It's been a long time. Okay, so our topic today is all about foreign language anxiety. So have you read the articles or watched the video? So what do you think about foreign language anxiety?
I just click it up and then I'm here.
Okay.
But go ahead. I'm going to share my ideas in any case that I have.
So yes, I think most of us, we experience this one, because even native speaker, maybe they also experience, because this is not our own native language, right? So there are many situations that we sometimes feel nervous or worried or anxious to ask, or something that we don't know how to answer, or afraid of talking to native speakers. So what do you think about Vidal? Have you experienced?
Yes, when I was traveling in Europe, I got anxious about the language, because not only I didn't know any drop of German, but I was convinced that the only way that I was going to be able to communicate, it was with my little English. So I got anxious and worried a little in the first attempt to communicate with some people, but fortunately I got to find several very kind people with different from different ages, generations, in even countries. I found people from Greece, from local, of course, local, but from Greece, from Turkey, from Russia, from from Africa, some African countries, and I think I did it pretty well because you know what, they feel the same anxiety when they're trying to communicate. So that's the common link. That's a point in common in this case to me in this travel.
Glad you made it.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. How about Omama?
Yeah, of course, I did experience the same thing. First, when learning French at the first place, and second in English, and it's the same scenario that repeats itself. I mean, your brain is trapping you into believing that you are not enough. You don't speak good, and is stressing you out, and thus you cannot communicate.
Because you feel
yeah, but over a period of time, I managed to overcome my stress, and yes, I can make mistakes, and it's very normal for a learner. So I got used to this idea, and then I overcame it.
Well, good for you. Congratulations, Omama. Just keep going, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing your ideas. How about Victoria? Welcome back again. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you.
Yes. So have you read our topic today? This is all about foreign language anxiety.
Just some part of it, but what is your question?
Yes. Okay. So what do you think about foreign language anxiety? Okay. So most of us, of course, we experience this one because this is not our native language, right? Especially English.
I used to encounter this anxiety, especially during my English class at maybe 2 or 3 years ago. When I need to present in public to many people, I feel my heart ran really fast, and my lip become really tremble. And it was obvious that everyone can tell me that I was really nervous doing that presentation. But after that, I have experienced this problem and try to cope with it by with some practices during the presentation, and gradually I get used to it, and I can minimize this feeling again.
Good. Okay, so I have another questions for you guys. So since we are doing this live conversation, have you ever felt nervous to join our conversation, especially your first time experience? Have you ever felt nervous or anxious? Might someone correct my grammar, my pronunciation?
Yes.
Oh, Mama? Huh?
Oh yeah, I still remember the very first time I decided to join, and I was very, very anxious, and I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. But it's normal because the situation was kind of new to me. So one after the other, my brain got accustomed to the idea. And yeah, now I'm feeling very, very comfortable, strangely enough.
Confident enough. Oh, congratulations. You overcome your fear. That's
Because
good.
you know what can generate fear is only the idea and the thoughts that is behind. So your mind is thinking in a certain way, and your body is generating emotions. So those emotions, which are fears, stress, anxiety, it's the source of actually just a thought made initially.
Yeah, that is only in your mindset, right? That's
Yeah.
only your mind. Thank you so much, oh mama. Okay, Mai, you want to say something?
Oh yes, yes. It happens at the beginning when I started joining this community. I was also anxious because I didn't know what to expect. But the more time I joined you every single Saturday, and then I become more confident and I know more people, and of course I you overcome with time. You overcome those fears.
Congratulations, Mai.
Maybe at the beginning, okay, you feel anxious and because you don't know the people who you are going to join, but then after so many meetings, well, you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, of
Yeah?
course. How about you, Tom?
For me, it were levels. It was like that when I was starting my learning more intensely, I wasn't afraid to speak directly with people, with native speakers, because I am aware that I am a learner and that I am a little inferior, and that's natural. But then was the next level is starting to speak online, and I was very nervous, I must admit, because I was afraid that I would get stuck in a rut, and I would get more and more nervous, and it was a fight at the beginning. But then again, I was experiencing more and more events, and I remember till now my first experience was talking to English teachers who were from Philippines, because I was at the program at the software. I was using software which was called Central English, and it was artificial intelligence which was used for recognizing fluency, recognizing quality of producing sounds, and after the learner had done some exercises, he could collect some points and exchange that points to live conversation with real person, and it was like that I was connecting with people from